stop in Edinburgh, Scotland today, and we are at Can You Escape? We're trying their Operation Spellbound game. Ooh, that sounds like really magical.
Hey ESCAPETHEROOMers, Brandon here. We are at Can You Escape Edinburgh, and I'm with Jetty. How are you?
Fantastic.
And Dave. So Dave is the manager here, and Jetty helped us escape today. He's one of the game masters, and the room that we did was Operation Spellbound. Okay, so we had a really great time. It's always great to do something in a magical setting, theme. Don't want to give away too much, but I believe that Operation Spellbound has two twin rooms, or identical rooms where people can kind of challenge each other.
Yep, so we can have a team in each room playing competitively against each other. Only
Okay.
one can win.
Only one can win. How is there ever a tie? Do you ever have the same time?
It's rare, but it has happened, and it's always very exciting as the games master to be sitting, watching, and waiting, because we don't activate anything in the room.
Right.
So
You're
are
responsible
powerless
for
to
getting
prevent
yourself
it.
out. Exactly. Okay. And then in this location, is this the only location that you have?
We have an Edinburgh location, we also have a York branch as well.
Okay.
So Can You Escape York as well.
Which one opened up first?
Edinburgh's first, and then York opened up that year a bit later.
Ah, so you guys are going to franchise and grow and get bigger. Well, how many rooms are located at the York location?
It's a similar setup to here, so you've got one room for Operation Hero, and then a double room for Operation Lone Eagle.
Oh, so different games as well.
Yes, different games. So yeah,
Wow.
everything is completely bespoke to the building and to the space that they've got. So, yeah.
Okay. And how many rooms do you have here?
So we have 3 rooms but 2 games.
3 rooms.
Operation Odyssey is 1 room for a team of up to 6, and Spellbound is 1 game, but you can have 2 teams of 5.
Okay, and is Spellbound the newer game?
Yes.
Okay, it is great. So from what I understand, you guys have a lot of involvement in the development, the build, the creativity behind these rooms. Where do you get your creativity from, or your inspiration? Is it from like a film, a book, something you saw, something you heard?
There tends to be, at Can You Escape, we're quite lucky that we gather together in the past and now, even though we've had some staff changes, we tend to get some enthusiastic people who want to design and build rooms and like to talk about designing and building rooms.
Okay.
So we have a lot of good resources to make use of, which not every escape room will have. There are some that are set up by one designer who will design all the rooms.
Right.
So we had kind of staff meetings, chats about it. We all decided what theme we liked best and started then trying to figure out what puzzles we could make work within that theme.
Mhm.
And then we started trying to manically build things to make it all come together.
On average, how long does it take you to build a room? Like, for example, let's talk about Spellbound.
40 years.
40 years. It's not bad. It's actually
But
pretty
you
quick.
have to do it within about a month.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
We actually closed the room down for 2 weeks. Officially, was it actually closed? So the
Okay.
build started, and it all happened on site. So there was nothing pre-built. Everything was created here. We all moved it in. We closed down Deadlock, which was the old game that we had. Moved all of that out, and then brought Spellbound in and created it in the space. Put it all together. So you can imagine 2 weeks of.
Wow, yeah,
Very
plus
creative.
they're identical rooms, so I mean, you guys have
Everything
spent a
has
lot
to-
of time on the puzzles being,
Yep.
yeah.
Because in the room, the identical stuff goes to right down to the codes that are used on the padlocks,
Mhm.
and you can actually hear each other in the room as well. So if you're competing with somebody and they shout out the answer, you can give it away for the opposition. So it's really.
So for those of you who are competing with another person, you have your co-workers in the next room.
Always shout out the wrong code.
Sabotage.
the way
In this area, I know we talked a little bit about this area. What else is there to do if you were to come visit this location? Like maybe food, museum, sightseeing?
Well,
The Royal Mile of Edinburgh is a particularly good place. Historically, we had a big wall around the city for 300 years, which means most of our history happened in this one mile by a quarter space.
Yeah.
So from the top of the Royal Mile, you get the castle, and right the way down, you get various museums. You get a museum to the history of whiskey, which is awesome. You get various old buildings that are in fabulously preserved conditions. There's about 5 or 6 free museums within 5 minutes walk that are all very good.
Wow.
To the palace at the bottom, and all in between it's littered with lots of nice wee cafes and restaurants.
Yeah, we gotta make a trip back there. There's too much to do. We only here for one day and we did 4 escape room locations. We gotta see the other stuff.
I think that's the most tourists' biggest complaint about Edinburgh is they came for one day and they had no
Not
idea to
enough
get through
time.
everything they wanted to do. And again, we've got dynamic curves about 5 minutes away. There's loads of sort of child-friendly sort of locations nearby. Camera obscura up in the Royal Mile, so it's great as a way for kind of come in. You can do an hour here, you can do an hour, a couple hours there, a couple hours at the National Museum,
Right.
which is free, which is great.
And to come in the evenings, there are all sorts of ghost tours and walking tours around the city.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, we get that sense of like a lot of history just walking up and down the street and just looking around. You see so much historical things, and it's just like, wow, we gotta come back. We gotta go inside and look, and then walk around and see what else there is.
50 of the buildings in the Royal Mile are probably older than America.
Wow, I wouldn't disagree
Cathedral
with
was
that.
1124. I think the first stones were laid for the big cathedral in the Royal Mile. So 1124.
They've got
Okay.
quite a few 1500s and 1400s and bits and pieces standing.
Cool. So the last question I have for you guys, if you have a little insight for our viewers, what is in the near future for you guys? Like, what is the next plan? What's the next step? Do you guys have any plans for that?
Well, we're doing some small cosmetic changes to Spellbound, trying to improve some of the streamlining of it, just to make it as best. It's still a brand new game, I would say.
Right.
We never stop working on our games. The whole time they're in, they're always looking for opportunities
Right.
to tinker with it and keep it fresh and keep it moving and find new ideas.
Okay.
And we'll be starting the development process for new games coming to eventually replace Odyssey whenever that happens, and also possibly a pop-up game, which is something that we're looking at. So what will probably happen is Spellbound, we get a few bit of love to give it a special couple of days with the close down, and we'll do a pop-up game, and then while that's happening, there will also be the very beginnings, the whittling down the process of how we come about a new room, how we come up with the theme. So that will start. That's a building process. It takes time.
Very
We'd rather do that early and get it ready so you can just build it. When
Yeah.
you've got the money and you've got
Well,
the
we're looking forward to that. You let us know when the pop-ups come up, and when you guys want to have us come in and check this room out before you guys swap it
We're
out
always,
for another
always keen to
one.
find games testers.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
It's a
We had
pleasure.
an amazing time with you guys, and you guys come over here, check them out. Can you escape Edinburgh? And you won't be disappointed. Check out the YouTube channel, check out the website. Take it easy. Oh, gotta go.